Hi, I'm Mel Stevens, the host of Fear-Based Life, the podcast where we talk about fears, phobias, religious, spiritual beliefs. It is so deep, it's funny. And some of my newest guests are Farrell's favorites, Georgia Hardstark from My Favorite Murder, and Duncan Trussell from Duncan Trussell's Family Hour. Check it out right here on Feral Audio.
It's Alie.
Hi, it's Georgia.
This is a slumber party with
Alie and Georgia.
And that's it. Hey, who's your guest today, Georgia?
My guest today is Alie. Who's your guest today, Alie? That's it. We're going to do this every other week, right? Just the two of us?
Here's the deal. So normally we have a slumber party with a guest. We get in our pajamas. We have a guest in. We ask them about their life. But we decided every once in a while we just want to hang out together.
Yeah. Sometimes I just want to hang out and not talk to someone else because we're weird sometimes. Like we're shut-ins a little.
So we decided to go back to our roots, which is a slumber party involving me and Georgia, just one of us falling asleep at the other person's house. And so we're just going to do this in kind of a different format. We're just going to tell each other what we learned this week.
Not often. Don't worry. We'll have really interesting people on, but just once in a while, just be the two of us.
This is Weekly Apology with Alie and Georgia. Hey, sorry for being us, you guys. We have tons of shit that we learned that we crammed in our brains, and we took notes as the week went on, and we're going to tell each other. What's one thing you learned this week, Georgia? Do you want to tell me what?
Okay. Well, we're also tell us what we're drinking right now because it's really good.
I brought a beverage.
You did bring a beverage.
This is a really great winter beverage. I recommend that you make it at holiday parties. Here's what it is. It's chamomile tea. Mm-hmm. And about equal parts chamomile tea and a nice Irish whiskey. You can use bourbon too if you like. I used Bushmills. A little bit of Jim Beam because I ran out of Bushmills. No big deal. And then a little splash of Fernet, optional. It gives it kind of like a little herbal quality and some honey to sweeten it up. And it's served warm and it looks like urine.
It's delicious.
It's the exact temperature and color of urine. So drink it in a mug, people. Don't drink it in a glass like we are. Because it's like, I honestly, if you saw what I'm drinking, you'd be like,
pretty gross.
That's a glass of urine sample, but it's actually a sip of heaven.
Welcome to Slumber Party, where we pee in glasses and call it cocktails. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, do you want to start we're going to, for this solo slumber party, we're going to talk about things we learned this week. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So you have some, I have some, you have notes, I have notes.
I took some notes. Yeah. Do you want to go first?
No, I want you to go first.
Okay.
You go first.
Okay. I'm going to start off slow.
Okay.
This is really important. I found out Elizabeth's shoe is still working. And it was one of those...
Did you not think she was?
I didn't know. I had no idea.
What did she do?
I had no idea. But I remember there's a scene in Leaving Las Vegas where she's like peeing and she like looks at her underpants to just like check her status down there. Like, what's going on? And I just remember being like, that was a very intimate thing for us to see, Elizabeth's shoe. And then I was
Wait, like I don't get it. Like she's
like peeing on the toilet in Leaving Las Vegas. And she just like looks down at her underwear to be like, do I get my period today? Yeah or nay? You know what I mean? She just like does one of those.
That's cool.
If you're a girl, sometimes you just check. You're like, how am I doing today?
Yeah.
All right, good. No surprises.
Guys, I don't know if guys know
I'm
that.
really sorry, guys.
No, I like that. It's true.
I remember that action as being like, that's a very bold and true action, Elizabeth Shue. But then I started thinking, when was the last time you saw Elizabeth Shue in something?
Gosh. I don't know. I'm just picturing her face. But I don't know.
Right? And then I started getting really fucking sad. And I was in bed and I was like, I think she got nominated for some awards for that. We all loved her in the Babysitters Club. She spells her name with an S and not a Z. Elizabeth, go for it. And then I was in bed. It was like late at night and I just got super sad. I was like, she hasn't worked. Doing,
Alie?
She's like, who knows? Who knows if she's even like living in an apartment or a house. And then so I had to beat her.
And?
She's rolling in it, dude. She's on CSI. She doesn't give a shit.
Oh my God. She's on CSI?
Yeah. So I spent like 15 to 17 minutes feeling really bad for Elizabeth Shue. And then I was like, you know what?
Guess how much she needs you to worry about her?
0%.
Exactly.
She probably drives a Porsche Cayenne with some kids in the back. She doesn't give a fuck about me.
Is she married?
I don't know. I didn't go that. Once I found out that she was on like CSI and she has health insurance, I was like, okay, I feel fine. What about you? You learn anything?
Okay, look, if we're going to start slow, then let's start with this. This morning, my dad and I went to House of Pies, which is the little local like diner in Los Feliz where we live.
Yeah.
It's like Fred 62, but it's not hipster douchey and it's not super expensive. And actually, the food's pretty good. You pay for things and you get them. Mm-hmm. I think that's what they say. Anyways, my dad was like, isn't that an actor sitting right over there? Who's that actor? Wilford Brimley.
Wilford Brimley.
Wilford fucking full bearded Brimley.
Wait, how did you know it was him? If he
I
didn't have
turned
this-
around immediately and I was like, yes, Dad, you're right. And I was like, I'm going to take a photo of him. Like, and he was like, no, don't do that. And I was like, I'm just going to pretend like I'm taking a photo of, like the fake photo thing. And
You
he's
should have
like,
done
don't
it.
do that. He wouldn't let me. He was like,
What?
I don't know. He wouldn't let me.
Marty Hardstark, loosen up.
He was being very respectful. I think he's a big fan. I think my dad's like a big fan of his.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you say you should come back to our house? Wasn't that the name of the show he was on?
I don't know, but my
Invite him
dad
over?
told me that he loved him on Seinfeld when he was the postmaster general, something. I don't know. Okay, so I went online and I looked. Okay, Wilford Brimley. My fact is that Wilford Brimley eats at House of Pies. So I looked up more stuff about him, and I found that prior to his acting career, Wilford Brimley worked as a ranch hand,
Yeah.
a wrangler, a blacksmith, a bodyguard for. This is my favorite part.
Okay.
A bodyguard for Howard Hughes.
Shut
What?
up.
That's like my dream job. Not really,
So,
but
for
that'd
Howard
be-
Hughes?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
That'd be great.
He's like, wash your hands before you touch me, before you
Seriously.
guard me. What? That's insane.
You know, that might be one of those facts because, like, you know how for like Chuck Norris, people make up these silly facts about him, like Chuck Norris invented the first,
Yeah.
you know, and that might be not true, and it ended up in his IMDb or his Wikipedia somehow that
That's
someone
okay.
made up. But like,
you can toss all kinds of stuff on
Sure.
Wikipedia. Nobody even
right?
cares.
So that might not be true, but I want it to be.
you know what you could have done? You could have gone up to him and asked him. You could have fact checked it in the flesh.
Damn it!
Also, was he eating oatmeal and was he eating something diabetic?
You know what he was doing? He was sitting at a two top, and I hate this when I see people eating alone and the chair across from them is taken away because someone with a bigger party needed it.
He was sitting alone.
But he was like smiling. He seemed happy.
Now I'm sad again.
Don't be sad.
Did you IMDb him? Is he on CSI?
He's on CSI Alie. He's married to Elizabeth Shue. They have 4 kids. They all have beards. All the kids have beards.
I just got a really, really strong and maybe like an irrepressible urge that I might have to act on to write fanfic about a love affair between Wilford Brimley and Garrison Keillor.
Oh, that's the sexiest
Like,
thing I've ever
they're
heard.
just
Can you do your
two-
Garrison Keillor impression, please?
Yeah, I want to get your balls on my face. Yeah. Just a lot of breathing.
Oh, that's gross. Alie has a problem. You can't hear his voice because you just
Garrison Keillor of Prairie Home Companion. This is an NPR show where I don't know, they talk about Lake Wobegon. I don't. It's
If
like
you
a
listen to
radio
podcasts,
play.
You listen to this, just stupid. I don't like it. Anyway,
ellipse, blah blah blah. But whenever I hear Garrison Keillor's like,
well, that's the loose from like.
I just picture him instructing someone on like what to do with his balls.
Oh, who is it? I told you should have a threesome with Garrison Keillor and Huell Hauser.
I just a tangle.
That's an amazing vagina you've got there, Alie.
I don't think.
I think he's not into that.
He's not into that at all.
Well, Garrison Keillor, that's a mighty fine looking hamburger steak you got there in your pants.
I'm gonna write all kinds of like gay elderly fanfic
Do it.
because like if I really think about them being tenderly in love, like it warms me in a way that only whiskey and Wilford Brimley in love with another older man can.
Do it. That's like the next 40 Shades of Grey. Is that what it's called?
50.
Whatever. That's the next thing.
This is gonna be 60 plus.
40 Shades of Grey because they're all gray and they're over 40.
They're way over 40, dude.
Okay, 70 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay, what's your
like
next one? Tell me your next thing you learned.
Okay, I learned a little bit of etymology.
Mm-hmm.
If you know Alie Ward, you know that she doesn't like talking in the third person, and you also know that she's
Explain to the viewers that are not viewing anything, but probably they're looking at delisted while they're listening to this.
Really?
Explain to them, what etymology is.
Oh, etymology is the science of word origins, dummies. I don't know
Get
the
off
etymology.
Delisted.
I don't know the etymology of etymology.
Okay.
By the way, is it true that on Delisted, he just refers to Miley Cyrus as dang old Miley?
I don't know.
Someone was telling me that like every time Miley Cyrus is referred to, it's just dang old Miley, which is like
He's got the best names for people.
fish sticks, Paltrow.
I don't know why he calls her that. He calls.
I know.
Okay.
Delisted, you guys, get into it. Have you guys
Delisted.
heard of this thing called Delisted?
It's the best.
It's great.
Okay, Alie, tell us.
Okay, so this is a word origin.
Tell us what this game is called. 'Cause I'm in love
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
there's this game called Origins. It's ORIJINZ. It's all kinds of messed
It's like
up
a
spelling.
party game. It's great.
Yeah,
and
it
Allie's
just-
going to read one right now.
It just tells you to guess the word. So this is from the Old English, wirgun, which means to strangle. And over time, the meaning evolved from strangle to bite the throat and kill. So like, let's say you wanted to kill something, you would bite it on its windpipe and kill it that way.
Okay.
Because before they had guns, you would have to do things like that with your mouth.
Okay.
And so like when wolves attack sheep, they go for the throat, right?
Don't tell me. What's the word? Don't tell me.
And so
Is it a word or a phrase?
it's a word. So by the 16th century, in the 1500s, it meant to physically or verbally aggravate someone, just aggravate.
so
Just
it went from physical violence to just
like, just
Yeah.
really. And now it means, it denotes feelings of just being like anxious or troubled.
wow.
Can you get with it?
Well, tell me what the original word was again.
We're gone. You have one guess.
We're gone.
We're gone. Nerdiest podcast.
I don't know. What is it?
Worry.
What?
Yeah. So like, if you're like, I'm really worried about something, it's like a wolf is biting you on the throat until you die.
How was your date last night? Oh, he worried me.
Yeah.
It means he murdered you.
You're not talking about it the next day. That's for sure.
true.
But yeah,
Okay,
so to
that's
worry
interesting.
is like being strangled.
Okay. How you doing, Alie?
Oh, that's a great question. Not good.
These are both really like depressing.
These are really dark.
I feel like these are saying a lot about us. I feel like all of these are going to just say a lot about us. So let's.
That and I'm
Let's
drinking a
read
cup
into
of
them.
alcoholic urine.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fine.
Let's see. Do you want to hear? Okay. My next one. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Which one will not depress you? My dad told me a ghost story.
Is it real?
Yeah. I made.
Okay, wait. Set this up for me. What was were you guys eating scrambled eggs?
Okay,
with Wilford Brimley? And he's like, you want to hear about specters?
No, we were eating breakfast, and I said, I'm about to go do this podcast. Do you have a ghost story? Because I don't know what to say. And he was like, oh, I don't really have one. Let me make one up. I'm like, you can't make one up, Dad.
No,
So
no.
he told me two of them. One of them is really good.
Okay, tell me.
When he and my mom were first married, they went to stay with my mom's aunt in upstate New York, and somewhere in New York. Beautiful old house. My dad said the minute he walked in, he was like creeped out by the house though. And they had these like spiral staircase. He'd walk up the staircase and it would just be cold and creepy. And he just had this uneasy feeling. And that night at dinner, they were like, Marty, you're being really quiet. Are you okay? And he turns to them and goes, did someone die in this house?
Shut up.
And they both turned white. And apparently my aunt's husband who lived there, the house used to belong to his stepdad. And before his stepdad married his mom, he lived in that house with his first wife, who hung herself in the middle of the spiral staircase.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's awful. Oh, my eyes are tearing up. In the middle of the spiral staircase?
Yeah. How you doing now? You doing better?
Worse.
That didn't.
Who found her?
Oh, I don't know any of the details.
How did she do that? Just off one of the rafters?
Probably.
And they kept living in there?
Yeah. He married someone else and like brought her in. Here's your replacement. Can you imagine her living in that place?
That's an awful, terrible thing.
This is bad.
This is a really dark one. Wait, you know what? I started worrying a little bit about my grandparents haunting me the other day, because my grandparents are both dead, and I didn't like them very much. They were super cunts. They were awful, terrible people, and they're both dead. And I did a storytelling about it on Tuesday at public school at MBAR in Los Angeles. It's a good storytelling series.
it is.
Anyway, and then I was like, what if I tell this story and then motherfuckers come and haunt me?
I feel like if they didn't want to spend time with you when they were alive, they're not going to use up their dead time to spend time with you, even if it's to screw with you.
But if you're a dick in IRL, let's say you're alive, you're a super dick. You cut people off on the freeway.
Wait, can we start Yodo? You only die. You're only dead.
Yodo.
Yodo.
You only die once. So if you had superpowers and you can fly up staircases and get through locked doors, you're gonna fuck with people so hard.
I don't think those are things that spirits can do.
I think they can get through all kinds of matter.
I don't think they're people anymore, though.
Here's the thing. I always talk about text messages. Text messages can get through this door. Text messages don't give a fuck if I'm in a moving car.
Text messages can only do that, though, because the technology has been like created to do that
in the last 15 years.
Yeah, and they couldn't do that beforehand. So it's not like they did it on their own free will.
But it's energy and information.
It's not energy.
So you're saying that ghosts are like, oh, I cannot figure out how to get past this door, man.
There's no person that's a ghost. If it's a ghost, it's like, it's not like a human who's like, oh, I'm going to go through this door. It's not like Scooby-Doo. I feel like you're picturing Scooby-Doo.
No, I'm picturing a like a pale woman in a tattered gown.
She's not.
And she's so pissed off.
That's not happening.
So pissed off. What's the most pissed off you've ever been at someone? Think about how pissed off you are.
Oh, well.
And then picture that you can fly through doors.
I punched a girl once. I was so pissed
What was the
off.
deal? What happened?
She used to it was in soccer practice. I was probably like in 6th grade, and she used to just be mean to me the whole season and like tease me and stuff. She's a popular girl.
What a bitch.
I know, what a bitch. I can't remember her name. And then I would say it too if I could. Then when we played them the last game, it was like a TV movie if I had been better looking. And so we were high-fiving in the lineup, have a good game. And she moved her hand to like not high-five me, and I just fucking socked her.
You didn't?
Yes, it was like the best moment of my life.
Did she go down?
Yeah, she went and sat on her mom's lap and started crying.
What happened to you?
I laughed at her when I walked by. Pointed at her and laughed, and her mom just kind of gave me like a...
Well, she
deserved
bitch.
like her mom knew she deserved it.
You punched her with your fist in the nose?
No, more like in the chest, shoulder.
Oh, that's not so bad.
I should have punched her in the face.
Well, no, that would have hurt your hand.
Yeah.
That's pretty ballsy. That's the most angry you've ever been.
Yeah. No.
No?
I mean, no.
I'm trying to think of when I've been really angry
in my life.
I've thrown stuff before. I threw a cordless phone against the wall when I was on the phone with like a customer service rep. I had this period in like the early 2000s where I was very hypoglycemic. And like, I used to fall asleep everywhere. I still do. But like,
I thought you were going to say it was very rage filled. No, I just had...
Well,
I needed a little bite.
It led to that. I think I probably like moved to LA, like maybe wasn't eating regularly because I wasn't in school anymore, so I didn't have a schedule, and I would just get really hungry and super angry, like driving around, just so mad. And I remember once I was on the phone with like a customer service rep, and I couldn't handle it, and I just took the phone and I threw it against the wall.
Do you think anyone's doing that with this podcast right now?
Don't break your iPhones. Don't break your iPod phones, you guys.
Give me another one, Alie. Give me another fact.
Okay, another fact. Oh, that's a good. Okay. Oh, this is a very these are now I have some harmless facts.
Boring.
This is gonna piss you
Mostly
off.
harmless.
This is going to piss you off.
Why?
I found out last night that I hate foie gras.
Did you open our foie gras?
Yeah.
You bitch, you did?
I had the tiniest bite.
And you don't like it?
Here's the deal.
We got sent this fucking amazing, you can see it on our Twitter, basket of like holiday basket by the show we're on, Unique Sweets. They're like the best people in the world.
Yeah, they send the dopest holiday gifts
so they
ever.
sent us this gift basket and they sent it to Allie's house. She's like, I want to open it without you. And so far she's opened the black truffle butter without me.
I had just a tiny bite, but last year Georgia threw away the entire ham.
I did not throw away the ham.
I'm just saying. So you ate the ham.
Yeah.
I mean, but last night I was like, I really kind of want to try this. I'm hungry, and I had the tiniest bite of it.
On what? With what?
Nothing.
That's the problem. So you got this. So we got this like little loaf of foie gras, which you can't get in California. It's illegal. So they live in New York, and they sent us this basket.
Yep.
And it's got like duck confit in it, and it's got like beautiful bacon.
It's got mushrooms, all kinds of
truffle stuff, and foie gras.
And I wanted to
can't eat it by itself.
I know, and I was like, is it Emperor's New Clothes because it tastes like a dog to me. It tastes like a wet dog, but I know it's supposed to. It's so gamey, and I'm like, I feel like an 8-year-old that will only eat like fish sticks or something. Like, you know what I mean? Or like, I'm only eating chicken nuggets. And like, how unsophisticated do I feel? But that it tastes like a dog, but you like it.
Yeah, it tastes like a dog, but like prepared with the correct, like liver.
You could just stop after. Yeah, it tastes like a dog.
Well, like
period.
liver. I love liver, but I don't want to eat like a spoonful of like liver pate.
You want to? So it's
last night I ate it at my Hanukkah party on Triscuits.
I feel like that's very American. How was your Hanukkah party at Beachy Dubs?
It was great. There were so many latkes happening. Oh my god!
Did your whole hair situation smell like oil?
Whatever. I don't even care.
I ate fish balls last night.
What? Where?
I went to the Feast of the Seven Fishes, which is a very Catholic and Christian tradition of fried things, and you went to a Jewish tradition of fried things. It was fine. You know what I did at the end of the night, which made me feel better than anything that has in a long time, is like I did all of their dishes, which felt like I was a superhuman.
Why did that make you feel better?
Because they had a shit ton of dishes. And here's the deal. They've sent out the invites. They've been fielding RSVPs. Who can't come, who can. They bought all the food. It's seafood. It's expensive. And then at the end of the night, they got a shit ton of dishes.
That's kind.
They don't want to do that. And everyone's going to be like, yo, thanks, B.
Yeah.
And then they have to be like, ugh, we'll get them tomorrow. So I was like, you know what? I'm either going to be out there drinking a punch and talking to someone I don't want to talk to, or I could be washing all these dishes. And then if you want to come and talk to me, talk to me. I don't have to make eye contact with you if I don't want to. Clearly, I'm washing this pan. And then
you make a lot of noise if you want them to go away.
Yeah, exactly. I'm distracted. It's great. And then I have something to do. And then at the end of the night, they sent me a text saying like, thank you for being an absurdly good friend. Like, wow. And I was like, no, it was better than talking to your friends. I benefited. But I think that if you're at someone's party, maybe once a year, stay late,
Do the dishes.
wash the dish, and you'd be surprised how good you feel afterward.
Okay, I'll do that next time.
I'm just saying, is it your turn?
I guess.
Give me a fact. If this isn't about Wilford Brimley, then don't tell me.
Okay, well, I went on to, let's see, I went on to crack.com. Do you like crack.com?
Mm-hmm.
It's such a great website for just like random lists of stupid stuff. Oh, yes, please pour me some more of this beverage, Alie. Thank you. That sounds like pee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I went on to crack and I found 5 everyday pieces of clothing with shocking health risks. Ready? And if you want to hear about any of them, I have them pulled up on my phone.
5, wait, shocking health risks? Are these all like ties made out of nooses? Or like, how stupid are they?
It's tie made out of a live alligator. Okay,
Oh,
ready?
no, that's how you handle it.
Number 5 is skinny jeans can cause nerve damage if they're too tight. Did you know that?
Like sciatica?
Yeah. Number 4 is facial piercings can short circuit your brain.
How? Electrical currents?
Let me tell you how. I think if you hit a nerve.
You know what? Already, if you're wearing skinny jeans and you have piercings in your
Yeah.
face, less power to you.
I've had, can damage the facial something nerve, which connects the physical sensations in your face up with your neural center. So if you damage that nerve, it can mess with how your brain works.
That's hilarious. What nerve is it?
Don't make me say it.
Just try and say it.
Okay, it's trigeminal. I've had my lip pierced, my nose pierced 3 times.
Really?
I pierced my own eyebrow with a safety pin when I was in 7th grade. So I got away good. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's already affected my brain.
I got way good.
I got way good. I did good getting away.
But what about your earlobes? Not a big deal?
I guess not.
They're just hanging out anyway?
Yeah, they're cartilage more than like.
Why do we even have earlobes?
I don't know.
Really?
Okay, you want to hear the other ones real quick? Your accessories might be toxic, which duh.
What? Like, because they all have nickel and mercury.
Probably all made in China, and Chinese are like, put whatever in here. Chinese go, is that what they do?
Yeah, then there's ghosts in them, is what you're saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Bras mess with your sleep and immune system.
Okay, right now, BTW, I'm not wearing pajamas. No, I'm not wearing pajamas, and I realize, why am I going into Slumber Party Valley in Georgia wearing a bra? I'm taking my bra off right now.
Should I take my bra off too?
On mic. Taking it off, you guys.
We really don't need one.
Why am
Let's
I wearing a
both
bra?
admit it. Like,
Taking my bra off.
Neither
Dustin, I'm really sorry.
Neither of us need a bra.
Just, I'm an A cup. You know what?
I'm
You know
an A
what?
cup
Someone
too.
did I tell you what someone said to me?
What?
I was talking about how like I was dating, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, maybe guys just like
Was
girls.
this at the sea fish party?
No, this is
See,
before.
my brain hasn't gotten screwed up at all.
Sea fish party.
Yeah.
I was talking to a girlfriend of mine about how, you know what? I don't want to date a guy who doesn't like a girl that's got a B cup. And she's like, exactly. Those guys are jerks. Also, you're an A cup. And I was like, fuck you in my.
You really are.
A-cups.
I mean, come on. We're both A cups.
I can wear whatever size I want. It doesn't mean it fits.
Let's tell a secret.
Oh,
that
one
people-
secret?
yeah.
You know what's interesting about that is I was reading this book by Richard Kramer, who he was one of the creators of My So-Called Life, and I met him at a literary meeting, and I was like, oh, I just love this show. I had it on VHS. What's up? Anyway, I was reading his a novel called These Things Happen he just wrote, and there's a part in it where someone's stepdad, it takes place in New York, and someone's stepdad is in like Grand Central Station with this little kid, and he's like, you know what's weird? Every single person in here has a secret. And you're like, oh, that's it. To imagine like Grand Central or just anywhere, like to be in like a football coliseum, and every single person here has a secret.
Like the past like 10 years or so, I've been every single Sunday of my life, I read Post Secret online. The new Post Secrets get
I never
posted
read those.
I don't think I've ever missed a Sunday.
Really?
Yeah. I just love them so much.
Is that your secret?
No.
Okay. Oh, I have a secret. Okay. There's this spot in Griffith Park that I hike to, and you think you know this, but you don't, Georgia. There's this spot on the top of the mountain where I hike to, and a couple months ago, I wrote a note. It was during a rainstorm, a pretty bad rainstorm. Wrote a note and got soaked like a drowned rat up to the top of the mountain, and there's a pole there that has a slit in it. The top of this mountain, and I slipped the note in the pole. I have no idea. There's a lockbox at the bottom of the pole, and I don't know if it's there for like rangers to, I don't know, exchange reports.
So there's a secret in there?
There's a secret note in there that I slipped in there like a couple of months ago. I have no idea who opens that. I can't tell you that.
That's not a secret. The secret is the note.
Well, the note was sort of to myself.
Okay.
about things that I wanted in general. And then I just put it in this poll, in this hollow poll.
Do you remember like 2 years ago, we were going for a hike?
Oh, yeah.
And there was this tree, the wish tree, and someone had put like a box of like paper and pens, and the tree had like a hollow in it. So they were like, write your secret wish down and put it in the tree and it'll come true. And we were like, you know what, let's do this. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we both wrote what we wanted.
What did we
And I
want?
wrote, to be mildly famous.
No, it was moderately famous.
To be moderately famous.
And I remember the idea of like, here's my wish, universe. I want to be famous is like hilarious, but to be like moderately is like.
Yeah, I guess it's come true. I got recognized recently.
That's moderately famous.
That's moderately famous.
I think mine probably was like to get our own TV show. Knocked on some wood, and probably for like some sort of boyfriend creature, but. The more and more the older I'm getting now, I'm like, do I even really want a boyfriend creature?
It's a rough thing to have a boyfriend creature
I
in your
think
life.
it kind of might be. I went to the pound yesterday.
Oh.
And I was like, well, even that looks like a lot of responsibility. But I saw this dog at the pound, and then I know we should wrap this up. But I saw this dog at the pound that was like 2.5 pounds.
Oh,
and it looked like a piglet with like a very bad skin disorder. And I don't know what kind of breed it was. It was just
sounds
like
awful.
It looked like
just
a fetus.
like you to want a dog for years and then to get like the ugliest, most deformed one that nobody really wants to touch.
I know.
That's so like you.
I wanted to help it so much. It looked
beyond help.
It looked like a little pink turd. It was just like this little coiled up ball of skin.
Oh no!
And I was like, I want to help that one.
Oh.
Anywho, I got 0 of them. But anything you want to fuck this week? Every week we have a segment called Fuck That, where we tell each other one thing that we love so much, we want to fuck it. Another thing that's like so irritating, we're like, fuck that. So for fuck that.
Let's do We Love So Much first.
Okay.
I have fallen this week madly in love with the show Bob's Burgers.
Oh.
It was on Netflix, the first season, and it is so good. And I'm in love with H. John Benjamin. Like, he's kind of...
Who is that?
He's Coach McGurk's voice, and he's a comedian, and he's also Bob's voice, and he's just like... I love him. But you know who else I love? And I found out? Dan Mintz. Do you know him? He's a comedian. He does the older sister's voice on it, Tina, and it's just... perfection, and he's also cute.
What network is this?
I don't know. I think it's on Fox. Yeah, Fox.
Okay.
And it's the fucking best show ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it prime
And
time?
oh my god, and it's Kristen Shaw is like the little sister who I swear to God, she's like my spirit animal. It's such a good show.
So I need to get up in this.
Get up in Bob's Burgers and home movies while you're at it.
Okay. Something that I love this week. You know, I had predetermined that I loved something, and I was like, that's going to be my fuck it, because I know I'm going to love this so much. I'm going to proselytize about it. And it's this place called Squirrel in Los Angeles. It's spelled like squirrel, but with no E in it. You know how like Tumblr has no E in it?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a coffee place where they have like homemade biscuits and all these jams. And I went there this morning. It's on Virgil. It's like in kind of the hood, Virgil past Melrose. And I went there. I was like, I'm going to fucking love this. And I went, I was like, this is so good and pretentious. I can't fully commit to loving it because I was like, all right, I got a side of bacon for $3.50 and it was one piece of bacon.
Shut the fuck up.
And I was like, all right, you guys, all right. It was $32 for like 2 bowls of granola.
Oh my God.
I was like, all right. It was good granola, but so I'm kind of, I don't want to fuck that much. Maybe I could hate fuck it. I'll tell you what really is like, fuck that.
Okay.
Fuck it off of the face of the earth.
Okay.
And we're going to get hate mail for this.
Uh-oh.
Y'all, we're going to get hate mail.
Okay.
Joan Rivers.
You don't like Joan Rivers?
I've decided I fucking hate her.
I'm going to send you
I
email.
know. Here's why.
She is a national treasure.
I know she is, but you know what? We follow her on Twitter.
She's kind of mean.
She's really fucking mean.
She's mean.
And I'm kind of over how fucking mean she is.
I get it.
It's like Joan Rivers, you know what? Observational comedy, situational comedy, whatever.
Sure.
Fine. But now you've become the things that you make fun of.
Yeah.
And you're really fucking cruel to people.
Yeah, I
and
get
I'm
that.
just like, since when is celebrity obsession okay?
Yeah.
And since when is being really fucking mean to people you don't know okay?
Yeah, I agree.
But it's like, but it's Joan Rivers. You know what? That's how the Holocaust started. Just go along with it, you guys.
Joan Rivers is a Jew, so I don't know.
I know, I realize that. But Joan Rivers, a modern Joan Rivers, I'm kind of like, fuck that.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm done with it. I think it's mean.
All right.
Okay.
You don't like talking shit about people.
Even if it's Nick Lachey, whose name I thought was Nick Lachey for a very long time.
Nick Lachey.
I would read like the covers of tabloids and be like, this Nick Lachey guy's all over the place. What's this all about? I didn't know.
You don't even care. He probably is a good person too, right? Like, why talk shit about him?
No, maybe he's a fucking dickhole. But you know what? Talk about something else. Talk about robots. Talk about science. Talk about history, Joan Rivers. There's funny stuff, I'm sure, all over the place. I don't know what it is, but you don't have to be so fucking mean to Jessica Simpson's gay husband. You know what I mean? Just like, let her live her own crash and burn life.
Okay. That's fair.
Elizabeth Shue, she's not making fun of people.
She's doing just fine not making fun of people.
Wilford Brimley's being real nice to waitresses.
He's doing fine.
You know what's weird?
What?
It's gonna get dark. I wonder if Wilford Brimley's ever raped anyone.
Jesus Christ! Where the hell did that come from?
Because sometimes you see old people and you're like, oh, what a sweet old man. And you're like, that guy could have raped someone.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
That's why I don't trust old people. Because you know, there are people now who are total assholes, right? They're going to get old.
Yeah.
They're still going to be an asshole.
Yeah.
They might look cute.
Yep. They could have, I remember seeing a whole bench full of old guys in a park and I remember being like, oh, and then I was like, oh, a couple of them are probably super racist. You know what I mean? So you never know. So it's like everyone's got a secret and everyone's got this tender spot, but also you never know.
Okay. Well, that's going to be my fuck that then.
What?
This old rapists.
Vintage rapists on Etsy.
Vintage rapists.
It's a unique vintage rapist.
He's an old man. He's a little darling
Circa
little. You'd never know.
1941.
You'd never know.
Grody.
All right. Well, this has been a solo slumber party with Alie and Georgia.
I had fun. I don't care about anyone else.
Greatest minds in
broadcasting history.
Yeah.
You guys. If you guys have any facts you want us to know about, tweet them at us.
Tell us.
We would like that. We like science. Georgia loves history.
I love history.
Come at me, bro.
You can find us on feralaudio.com as well as a bunch of other rad podcasts.
Feral Audio.
I mean, come on.
So good. Shout out to Dustin. Oh, can I say one more? Oh, can I say the thing that I want to fuck because I love it so much?
Yeah.
Okay. Only because my fuck yeah was like negative also. Your boy Bill Nye. It's a guy on Twitter you can follow, and it's Bill Nye, but in like rapper vernacular. So he's like,
guy.
"Yo, shout out to Octopi. They got mad taste buds on their tentacles. Crazy, shaking my head. It's like the best." So your boy Bill Nye, check it out.
I like it.
Okay, bye. Thanks for
listening.
Honk shoe. That means sleeping because it's a slumber party. Get it?
I don't get it.
Shrug.